During the last few months, the world has seen major changes, with people in isolation, requirements to wear a mask, and a virus we don't know much about. So, with the start of a new semester, I've asked students about how they feel about returning to campus during COVID-19. Okay, so how do you feel about returning to Alcorn?
I feel like it was a rushed process. When they initially tried to have every student come back, they tried to have them all come back at once. And with COVID-19 going around and Alcorn not being around any civilization, basically, that was going to be a very, very strenuous task, and it was going to put students at risk. I do like, however, that they thought about it and had a Zoom town hall meeting, and they later on spread it out the return dates for students based off what dormitories they live in. Um, I actually am glad that I'm back on campus, so I got my peace of mind. But I still feel like we're on campus based off not our opinions.
I'm glad to Alcorn. I mean, personally for me, I was glad to come back because I'm from Alabama, so I was ready. And so when I came here, I liked how Alcorn, at like the front gate, that like they check your temperature to see, your temperature's right before you enter the campus, and then checking into the dorms, how you had to like have your paperwork already filled out online, so it just that limited like the hand-to-hand contact very much. And the classes, I mean, yeah, they split up between group A, B, C, even sometimes D, depending on the size of the class. And so, I mean, coming back, I make it make do.
Coming back to Alcorn State University, I feel like it is a good thing that we came back because we do have certain regulations and standards that Dr. Nave and other fellow staff have put into place. Like for instance, we have the A and B days, and we have the virtual days, so that does minimize everything, and I feel cool. I feel cool with it. You know what I'm saying?
During COVID, it's pretty straight. I'm glad to be back. Alcorn's done a really good job with keeping everybody 6 feet apart, especially with the elevators. They're keeping it to like 2 passengers each. Another thing that's good with Alcorn is in every entry point of the building they have hand sanitizer for safety and stuff like that. That's about it. Like, I really appreciate the hand sanitizer around because a lot of people, like, during COVID and all that stuff, it was hard to get hand sanitizer. Another thing is the Brave Start kits that we got at the beginning. The Brave Start kits had, like, masks, hand sanitizer, wipes, all different types of stuff. Alcorn did a really good job with that. Other than that, we're required to wear masks wherever we go, as you can see. I'm adjusting it. But we're required to wear masks everywhere we go. Those are basically it. That's basically the one thing, just keep Alcorn good with COVID.
There are also new guidelines that schools should only reopen classrooms in areas where positive test results are less than 5%. Parents now have this tool online to check on their schools.
Colleges and universities send students home to finish the spring and summer semesters remotely. But now that the country is starting to open back up, should students go back to campus in the fall?
We're really bringing folks back to a place where it's really high density, and it kind of counters everything we know so far about how to control coronavirus, which is really social distancing. When you bring students back who are living in shared spaces, they're eating in shared spaces, their classrooms are shared spaces. I mean, there's really nowhere technically designed in a university setting that's meant to isolate people.
Despite the concerns, students are happy to be back on the yard while adjusting to a new way of life. This has been Dontrese Gordon, reporting for Dogus 30.